A very good morning to you all, dear students. I welcome you all to your English class, and this class is an edition of Unit 2 from our Marigold book, that is The Little Fir Tree. And before beginning, I request you all to get ready with your pencil and notebook so that you can jot down some of the important points during the discussion. So without further much ado, let's get started. Unit 2, The Little Fir Tree. Before we begin, let's remember what we have learned in our previous class. We have discussed the mind map of the story. Then we have discussed explanation of the story. We have also discussed the moral of the story. Then we have seen some of the questions to get the better understanding of the chapter. And then we have also discussed synonyms and antonyms. And at the end, we have also discussed some difficult words. Now, let's begin our today's class with some amazing facts about fir tree. So, a fir tree is an evergreen coniferous tree. Now, the word evergreen means the tree which remains green throughout the year, and coniferous means the tree which has needle-like leaves. So, a fir tree is an evergreen tree, means a fir tree is a tree which remains green throughout the year and it has needle-like leaves. The countries where fir tree grow. So fir tree grows in Central America, Europe, Asia and North Africa. Now, the fir tree are used for various reasons, and one of them are the wood of fir trees is often used as pulp. But there is one of the festivals during which we use this tree maximum and decorate it beautifully at our house. Can you name that to me? Can you name that festival? Well, for that, here is a hint for you all so that it will be easy for you to guess the name of the festival during which we use the fir tree, decorate it and keep it at our home. So here is the hint for you all. I know now you all know the answer, and the answer is, the name of the festival is, very good, it is Christmas. Wonderful. Now let's discuss some of the questions to get a better understanding of the chapter. But before beginning, let I remind you all, my dear students, that I'm not going to help you in framing the answers. Rather, I'll be providing the keywords to you all so that with the help of those keywords, you can think of using those keywords. You can apply your own mind, then your own idea and create your own answer. I hope you have remembered the framing of answer we have already been discussed in our previous classes. So I hope the common techniques that has been given to you all is remembered by you all. So let's discuss one by one. So question number 1, what did the robber do to the tree? So what did it do? Well, I'm not going to frame the sentences as I already have mentioned, but I'm going to help you with the keywords so that you can try your hand writing the answers on your own. But what was the common things that we have discussed to find out the answers? Number 1, we have to see, or first of all, we have to actually change the interrogative sentence into declarative, and to change the declarative we need the subject first, then the verb we have to see whether it is in the past, present or future. Accordingly we have to put up in our answer, and then we have to connect our answer with the questions and then the linking words. Like example, what did the robber do to the tree? So here number 1 I'm going to help you out. So it would be, what did the robber do to the tree? So here who is the subject? And in a sentence, who is called a subject? The one who is performing the action, or the one who we are talking about in a sentence, is called the subject of the sentence. So here who we are talking about? We are talking about the robber, because it is the robber who did something to the tree. So our answer would begin, the robber, what did it do? The robber stole the gold leaves. Simply. So what did the robber do to the tree? The robber stole all the gold leaves. Now, number 2. What was the fourth wish of the tree? Now I'm going to provide you only the keyword, and it is needle leaves back again. So this is what the keyword. Now you have to frame it in your own word. Number next, explain the statement, be happy with whatever we have. This has already been discussed in our previous lesson. So I'm going to provide you the keywords so that with the help of those keywords, using your ideas, you can frame your own sentence. So keywords are, be thankful to everyone. Means we should be thankful to each and everyone whoever has helped us in any of the way. Number 2, learn to appreciate things. We should always learn to praise, to love, to appreciate the things whatever we have, because it happens many times that the things we are having may not be there with others. Number 3, respect each and everything we have. We should be thankful. We should respect the things that we are having. We should not compare our things with others. Rather, we should be happy with the things that we are having, and will be thankful to God as well, because many times the things that we are having may not be with the others, as we are prosperous, as we are happy, but maybe somebody is there who is waiting to get this wonderful opportunity that we have. So this is what the keywords, using these keywords, with the explanation of these keywords, you can apply your own idea and then frame the sentence. I hope it would be easy for you all. Now, let's have some fun with words. So for that, you need to be ready with your pencil and notebook. And to do this, you will be given 10 seconds. And here are the questions. Read the given words with their meaning and use them in the sentences below. So these are the words with their meanings that you have to read, and then you have to fill using these words. After reading the sentence, use these words. The appropriate word should be chosen by you from the box, and then fill the sentence to complete it. Now let's see. Number 1, we have magician. And what do we mean by magician? It is someone who performs magic tricks. Number 2, pretty. What do we mean by that? It is beautiful. Number 3, we have kind. What is the meaning of kind? Kind means generous. Number last we have is surprised, which means wondered. So, I hope you are ready. Your time starts now. You have to see the boxes carefully and choose the appropriate word to fill the sentence. Yes, time up all of you. Now let's see. So number 1, we have, the little fir tree was dashed to see its gold leaves. Well, the little fir tree was magician to see its gold leaves? No. The little fir tree was pretty to see its gold leaf? Well, no. The little fir tree was kind to see its gold leaves? No. The little fir tree was surprised to see its gold leaf. It was wondered, it was happy, it was astonished to see its gold leaves. So here we will have surprised. S U, let me write it clearly for you all. So it would be S U R P R I S E D. Okay, now let's see next. E D. Now let's see next. My mother looks dash no matter what she wears. My mother looks, what does she look? No matter whatever my mother wears, she always looks Pretty. Very good. She always looks pretty. Pretty. Now let's see next. The dash pulled a rabbit out of a hat. Who pulled rabbit out of a hat? Well, this must be magician. So, Magician. So, the magician pulled a rabbit out of a hat. And now we have the last. That is, he was a good, witty, and above all a very, we have left with kind person. So, those who have done it correctly, wonderful, and those in case not, don't worry, you just need to look into these words carefully. Now, let's sum up our lesson with a quick summary. Well, you must be thinking, what is a summary? A summary is when we present a story in a brief or in a short without changing its actual meaning. Is called the summary of a story, and that can be done with the help of some of the possible questions. That would be who, what, when, how, why. So these are the questions with the help of which we can summarize the story. So let's see. Here we are going to summarize the story, that is the Little Fir Tree. So who the story is about? The story The Little Fir Tree is about the little fir tree. What happens in the story? The little fir tree was granted 4 wishes for its kindness by Shetty the magician. The tree was sad with its needle leaves, so it asked for green leaves as its first wish. Soon, the tree became sad with its green leaves as a goat came along and ate all its green leaves, so it asked for gold leaves as its second wish. The tree soon became disappointed with its gold leaves as a man came along and stole all the gold leaves, so it asked for glass leaves as its third wish. The tree was not happy even with its third wish, as the glass leaves were broken by the wind. So it finally realized the importance of its needle leaves and asked for its needle leaves back again as its fourth wish. So we have discussed the moral of the story is we should be happy with whatever we have. Now let's see some of the possible questions that can be arises in this summary of the story, so that it will help us to connect those points together and we can keep it in our mind for a longer period. So let's get started. So if I ask who the story is about, so we can get or we can say that the story is about the little fir tree. Now there can be a possible question from this summary can be why did Shetty grant 4 wishes to the tree? So why did he do that? Because of its kindness. Now the next possible question can be, what was tree's second wish? What was tree's second wish? Its first wish was green leaves and second wish was gold leaves. Now the third can be, why was the tree unhappy with its gold leaves? The tree was unhappy with its gold leaves because a man came along and stole all the gold leaves. And it can also be they should also have a question like, what did it ask for as its fourth wish? Means what the tree asked for as its fourth wish and why. The tree asked for its fourth wish was the needle leaves back again. Why? Because now it finally realizes that one should be happy with whatever one has. So that is why it asked for its needle leaves back again. And there the needle leaves was there only where no goat can eat it, no man can steal it, and neither wind can harm it. So this is what the summary of the story. I hope you have understood. Now it's fun time, and for that get ready with your pencil and notebook. And to do this fun activity you will be getting 5 seconds. And here is the question. I hope you are ready. As glass breaks easily when it is dropped, see the box given below and tick the things that you think can break easily. So what you have to do in your notebook, simply write 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 numbers, and then you have to write against of that. If you feel number 1 would be broken easily, tick it. If you feel number 1 would not be broken easily, simply cross it. And your time starts now. Yes, time up. I know it was a piece of cake, so let's check it out. Plastic bottle, plastic water bottle. Have you ever tried? Have you ever dropped it? Well, you must have noticed once you drop it, it cannot be broken easily. So it would not be ticked, instead it would be crossed. No problem if you have not crossed, if you have left it as it is, no problem. So it would not be ticked at all. Mud flower pot, yes it would be. Cup, yes it would be. Books, do you think? Well, it would not be. I hope Unit 2, The Little Fir Tree, is clear to you all now. And I request you all to do the home assignments and the worksheets related to this chapter. Thank you so much all of you.